3 habits. Who can tell me habit 1?
Being proactive.
Being proactive. And what does being proactive mean? What does it mean to be proactive? For sure.
Do something without being told.
Fantastic. So being able to do things and recognise things that need to be done without being asked to do them. Fantastic. Excellent. Begin with the end in mind. And what does that mean?
Have a plan.
Fantastic. So having a plan to be able to reach what?
Achievable goal.
Fantastic. Oh, I love that word, achievable goal. So having an achievable goal, an end in mind, knowing where you want to go, and then following the steps and your plan to be able to get there. And we can have all different sorts of goals. And what does that mean? We introduced that last week, and we did a lesson last week about our big rocks and little rocks, or small rocks. You can tell me what that means.
Do the important things first.
Fantastic. Do the important things first. And as kids, we all like to have fun. We like to relax. We like to get onto the computer, our iPads, hang out with our friends, do all of those things which are okay, but it's really important for put first things first, to do all of those really important things first, and then that frees up time to do all of those things that you really enjoy doing and like to do. What are some of those big rock important things that we all need to be putting first and doing first before all of the other little things?
Work.
Yeah, our work, our learning. Learning is really important. So you're learning here at school. We need to be focused. Put that before chat time with us. And on my big rocks, I'm going to write down some of our most important things that we need to do. So we've had learning. And it's working not too bad. Okay, so I have learning. We've talked about it's important that we have time with family. It's important to have our friendships and help others. What about our health? What do we need to make sure that we put first in terms of our health and looking after ourselves?
Be healthy.
And how do we be healthy? What do we need to do? What are some of those things that we need to think first and put first?
Eat healthy things.
Fantastic. So making good, healthy choices with our own. So instead of focusing on health, instead of focusing on learning, instead of focusing on sleep and family, this person has decided to do all of those fun play things first. And there's lots in there, isn't there? So they haven't been focusing on very many of the important things. And they've realised that, I haven't done my important things, so I have to try and fit them in. Who thinks that they can come out and put all of the rocks here inside my glass bowl without sticking too much over the top? Who thinks they can get them all in? Who wants to have a try? Jake, your hand was up first. Out you come, Dylan. Sleep, very important. You can squish them in when you two, do what you can. Remove the bowl. So he's trying, he's looking for spots there. Because he knows these are important. These are his big rock ideas. They're important. So he has to get them done. He's trying to squish them in. Is it working?
No.
No. So if we try and put all of the rest in the top there, what's happened?
It's going a little bit.
It's way over, isn't it? So we have to take some of those out. So, we have to take sleep out. So, wasn't important enough for that week. Is that going to help him?
No.
We have to take family out. Couldn't fit family in. We have to take health out. Couldn't fit that in. We have to take learning out. Couldn't fit that in. So now we have all of these really important points here that should have been put first. We didn't get them in for the week. Is that a good thing?
No.
I don't think Jake would be feeling too good about missing out on learning. First, our health, our family, all of those things first, and let's see if we can fit them in the bowl. Great focusing through for us, doing a beautiful job. about our glass jar. It's not hanging over the top.
Now we can put it.
Yeah, we've done all of those things first. Now, is it always easy to do the important things first? No, it's not always easy. Sometimes it can be. That's it. So pour that. Half of the milk. Okay. Good jiggle around. How are we doing? So we've managed to do everything in that day or that week, all the important things and the smaller things as well. Okay, keep going. And we'll make that the last one and then we should be able to spread it. That's okay. Okay. Fantastic. So what did we learn from doing this little experiment here, Janae?
You do the big rock first.
Excellent. And what are the big rocks?
The important things.
The most important things first. And then you've got enough time to do what?
Fun things.
The fun things.
Put up your hand if you like spending time with your family. Fantastic. So family might be a big rock, it's still a fun big rock, okay? Spending that time, that quality time, that's important to you. So for me, mine definitely would have to be my family. My family is an important big rock to me. So let's see if I can fit my family into my jar. What else would be a big rock? What do you think, Janae? What would be a big rock for me?
Chores.
My chores. Do you think that's important to me? Do you think spending time with my family is important, or do you think doing housework is important? They are both. They're both pretty important. Do you think that I value doing my housework? I don't. You know, I like having a clean house, but I actually don't value it. If it meant having time with my family or doing housework, which one do you think I'd pick? Family. Definitely family. So that's an example of a little rock. Housework, yeah, it's an important thing. I do have to do it. But is that what's most important for me? No. What do you think, Brianna?
Teaching us.
Teaching you. My job. Do you know, my career is a really important big rock for me. I love being able to make a difference in kids' lives. So definitely my career is a big rock for me. Put my career in, is that going to fit? Yeah. That's okay, good. I'm going to fit my career. For me, my faith is really important to me. Everyone has, you know, different beliefs, but for me, my faith is important as well. So that's something that makes me me. What else would I have? Definitely my friends. Spending time with friends and being a part of their lives, that would be another big rock. Well, I don't know if I'm going to fit all these big rocks in my jar. Let's have a look. All together. And what do you know? Look at that. It all fit. So those big rocks can actually fit if you put them in first. What we're going to do is an activity, you think about your big rocks. What are the big rocks that Tom has? Because his are going to be different to mine. Is Tom going to have a career? No. His might be a bit different to mine. But everyone will have different big rocks. So we're going to take a moment for you to have a think about what are your big rocks. But more than that, we're going to fill in a sheet. And the first one is where you say what your big rock is, and we're going to write on your big rocks, we're going to write down what those things are. And then we're going to ask some questions. And the first one is, why is a big rock important to you? So for me, family is important to me. Family is a big rock because I love them, because they're part of my life. So that would be why they're important to me. And the next part is, what am I going to do to make sure that my family come first? It's a big rock that I try and do, so put things first. So for my family, it will be making sure that I actually spend time with them. So it might be planning to do an activity together every weekend. That might be something I can do that will make my family a big rock. Something I can do that will actually make sure I put it first.